guys, have your spaceships ready because we are going to the moon. Yes, I know it's a little bit hard to be space investors in the recent days. It's generally hard to have any growth stocks in your portfolio if you're looking into current market situation. But I believe that this is soon over and we will fly in May. We will talk about some things that are going behind the scenes at Virgin Galactic, which are very, very important. So we will look into the stock. We will look into the stock chart. We will look into why we fly in May. And finally, we are talking about the brand new VP of engineering, who is a very innovative guy. And let's go. After you smash that like button and bang the subscribe button and ring the bell. So I can relate to those people that currently are waiting to the next weekend and next weekend and next weekend, not because they have free and don't have to go to work, because the stock market is just so difficult to handle right now. I mean, just looking into space, from the all-time highs at 10th of February, we lost about 70%. So those people who bought actually at the all-time high, now looking into 70% of, very much deep red numbers. Now, however, let's talk about it. First, there is a lot of this steep, let's say the first 50-40%, because the stock was in a very, very high position. Like the overall stock market was just too much in the hype. And then you are seeing that the overall stock market took a dip. So space, as a very speculative stock, got an even worse dip, right? So this is number one. Second, they rescheduled the test flight, which is, not the best information. So actually, all of those gains that was value on top of the stock price for the test flight going on right now is also shaved. Okay, so we got a haircut for that. But what is very important, what I'm telling all my, stock investors in my Discord chat, in the link below if you want to join, you can always, or you must at all time, keep the eyes on the price, because think about it. Space announced in February they will move the flight to May. Nothing else changed. Okay, they are still working very, very hard to make the flight on May. And here is a small, snippet by Jeff Bezos, who explains it perfectly, in my personal opinion, why the stock is not the company and the company is not the stock.
Your stock at one point, I think, went to $100, but then it went down to $6 or something like that.
At the peak of the internet bubble, our stock peaked somewhere around $113. Okay. And then after the internet bubble, busted open, our stock went down to $6. It went from 113 to 6 in less than a year. So my annual shareholder that year starts with a one-word sentence, and that one-word sentence is the word ouch.
So most of those internet companies of the dot-com era are out of business.
Yeah.
You survived. What was it that made you to survive, and virtually the rest of them are gone?
That whole period is very interesting because the stock is not the company, and the company is not the stock. And so as I watched the stock fall from 113 to 6, I was also watching all of our internal business metrics, number of customers, profit per unit, everything you can imagine, defects, etc. Every single thing about the business was getting better and fast. And so as the stock price was going the wrong way, everything inside the company was going the right way. And we didn't need to go back to the capital markets. We didn't need more money. The only reason, a financial bust like the internet bubble bursting makes it really hard to raise money. But, we already had the money we needed. So we just needed to continue to progress.
So as you can see, guys, stock and company can always be in totally different levels. What does it mean? I believe as soon as we have the official confirmation, and we talk about a little bit later into the video what we have right now and what is absolutely mind-blowing, that I believe that, you know, the price of $19 right now is absolutely a freaking bargain, okay, for this company. And then we will talk, you know, also about the new VP, which is also quite interesting. And now we will talk about the stock price within the stock chart and if we see any trends. But make sure to really understand and stay till the end of the video, because this is very, very important. And guys, I cannot tell you how happy I am for now, for a little bit of time at least. We don't know how long it will last, but you know, seeing everything in green, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq is absolutely killing it today with all of the other stocks, you know, momentum stocks, the growth stocks, you know, Peloton is up, Space is up, you know, Coin is up, Palantir is up, Tesla is up, everything is up. And this is how we love it, right? But let's dive into the stock chart of, Space. I mean, you know, we discussed it a couple of times and I will not, you know, go deep into it. The sentiment stays bearish. As I said here, we could go lower and lower and lower. And actually, this is what we exactly did, right? I mean, there is, if we now zoom out a little bit, let's see where there could be potential bottoms, okay, with the overall chart. Maybe somewhere here, which would be 1871. Then there is here one. I just put in, you know, all the resistance and the support levels here. So 18 is quite strong as well. And we have 16 also quite strong. Okay, so those are the points. Here's also a marker, but that would be absolutely ridiculously cheap for Space. I feel like now it's ridiculously cheap for Space anyway. So, but as you can see here, I think the stock have now a couple of support levels here. So one would be 1850, the next one would be 1780, the next one would be 1580 or 16, and the next one would be 1285. Will it go so low? Nobody knows, but those are ridiculously levels, okay? If you consider that they are just days away from the test flight and all the information that are leaking over the last couple of days are just, you know, supporting this idea that we are still going into space in May, then this is ridiculous that the stock is so low and, you know, can easily go 10, 20, 30% up after announcement and also after the test flight. So show me in the current market situation one stock that can, in the short term, in the next couple of days or weeks, make 30% in profit. I don't have any. Post it in the comments, guys, if you have a stock that with such a high probability like Space can do real good gains over the next couple of days. And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, this is all that matters. The test flights, the, you know, performance of the stock, of the company, within the company. Don't focus too much on the stock price, okay? Let's dive further into today's Virgin Galactic Fridays episode, and I will tell you more why you should be very much alerted. Guys, the flight in May is happening, okay? It seems like 50% of the people are thinking, but the May flight is really, really happening, okay? I cannot understand those people that are now saying, oh, the flight will not happen and so on. They just don't have patience. And as we know, the stock market is a gadget to transfer the money from the inpatient to the patient. And in just a couple of weeks, when the May will be over, the test flight will be over, and the stock price will be at some other dimension, we might say, and I don't like that at all, I told you so. Okay, but let's have a look in some real fact data. So first of all, if we are looking into the recent PR news, is that Virgin Galactic had to schedule the earnings a little bit later, 10th of May, which is next week. Okay, so we should see that this may be already a bullish sign for the stock to go a little bit higher, because then they might announce already the flight date. Okay, now in this PR that they released, they again said the following. As previously communicated, Virgin Galactic is targeting its next rocket-powered space flight from Spaceport America to take place in May. So basically they say, we are taking, our test flight. If this is not enough, yesterday there was another, fact that they basically announced that they want to try a new radio system. And this radio system is a new feature into the Spaceship 2 that will allow the, space control to communicate with the pilots better, okay? So they actually, said that they want to try to test that 14th May onwards. So maybe a little hint that maybe the flight window will open on the 14th of May. And you can see here that in this article, you can find it all over the internet, that they actually, ask for this permission with the FCC. So as you can see, there's things happen behind the scenes, okay? And if you don't understand that now it's a great time to own this piece of company, then I cannot help you guys, okay? You need to make your own research. This is never financial advice. And a stock going back down is always a great opportunity to buy the dip if you're believing in the company, if you understand the company, if you understand the product and the potential of the company, and then you can be quite successful investor if you just cancel all of the noise. So summarized, yes, we will fly this May. So as you know, Virgin Galactic is a very engineering intensive business. And as of now, it seemed that there's not like one person, like in SpaceX, for example, it's Elon Musk, or it's at Tesla, it's Elon Musk as well, who's the head of those engineering team. And Virgin Galactic in the last earnings report said that Stephen Justice, a very experienced guy in engineering, he worked for Lockheed and was responsible for very, very critical projects. He will join as the VP of engineering. And I obviously researched him. And first of all, I wanted to know, okay, how the guy is really, on top of things. Then I found a piece of video that you can find when you just put Stephen Justice into YouTube. It's a 20-minute presentation about innovation-driven leadership. And what he talked about is absolutely fantastic. Here's a small snippet.
Get the right people into the right jobs. How often have you seen the wrong person in the wrong job? Not only that, defend the enterprise, because when you go and do something differently, have your iron underwear on, because everybody's going to attack you and tell you, number one, it can't be done. Number two, you shouldn't do it that way. Number three, that's not how it's done. And a myriad of other reasons why you shouldn't do that. It's not according to the rules, pick something. So have the iron underwear ready. And lastly, inspire your team. I will tell you that as I talked to the people that worked for Kelly directly, and I only got to meet him once, they had violent loyalty to the man. He did not demand loyalty. It was through his actions that they were loyal to him. And the products that they achieved as a result of what Kelly instilled in them, to this day, for me, are inspiring. And I'll leave you with this one note, because there's always going to be those people out there that tell you why something can't be done. Okay? Oops. Back up. Fortunately, you need to know when not to listen.
So as you can see, he's a very innovation-driven leader. And he closed with a note of, anything can be done, all right? Don't listen to those people that say, it can't be done. Inspire the people. And if you ask me, this is exactly the mindset that you need as a person who's leading the engineering team, okay? Be innovative, have an innovative leadership, inspire the people. And if this guy can do that, I think this is one maybe of the most important hires for Virgin Galactic. So summarize of this whole Virgin Galactic episode, guys. So many things are happening behind the scenes, okay? Don't focus on the stock price, guys. This is just a price that goes up and down because of speculation, because of people selling the stock, because of the market conditions, but doesn't represent what is behind the scenes. The company, as Jeff Bezos said in the previous snippet, the stock can go down while the company goes up. So you will be heavily rewarded once the stock price adjusts exactly for that. And I wish you the very best Friday. And stay healthy and safe. And let me know in the comments what you think about Virgin Galactic. We have a huge week next week. I can't wait. Take care, stay safe and healthy. Your Captain, Wolf of Dubai.